Go ahead. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Mike Peterson and Scott Stiles here with you for the NCRA Modified Series here at the Lanier Speedway. Getting ready. We're going to have a quick invocation from Scott. Go ahead, Scott.
All right. With me is Mr. Johnny Whitmore from Wichita Race Day Ministries. He'll provide us with tonight's invocation. That's Race Day Ministries, Mr. Johnny Whitmore. And now, I believe, Mike, we're going to have our national anthem.
No, actually, I'm not going to be able to do the national anthem. We're going to have to go right into heat racing, but the server's about to click over to go to heat racing, so we're going to do that.
Sounds good.
So. All right, heat race number 1, girding up here on the racetrack. Scott's going to give you the rundown here of the drivers in heat race number 1.
As soon as I get the info here for heat race number 1. Still waiting for them to pop up. Looks like heat race number 1, the grid's going to be like this. Martin Karch in the 33 will be inside row 1. Outside of row 1 will be the 000 Roger Wagner. Row 2 will be Bo Reddy and Clint McFadden in row 2. In row 3, we'll have Steve Bowers and Davis Givens. Row 4, Joshua Lanneman and Dakota Dale. And in row 5, Kirby Robe and Corey Lagroon. That's the lineup for the first of 3 NCRA heat races here tonight from Lanier Speedway in Brazelton, Georgia. Beautiful night here in Brazelton. Great job by Track Prep, Dick Coleman, and C. Ray Hall getting the facilities ready tonight, and a lot of popular names in the field tonight. We have Dan Powers driving the defending 2010 champion. His dad, Brian Powers, drove the 44 to the championship in 2010. Dan honoring his father tonight in the 44. So he'll be out later on tonight. So the grid is set. And Chevy Coleman, want to thank him for helping promote this race tonight. Chevy, the great nephew of the legend C. Ray Hall. So an exciting night here, Mike, tonight as we kick off the NCRA racing here on iRacing. As they pull away right now. Pace truck out in front. Pace truck. Beautiful Chevy Silverado. I want to thank them for providing tonight's pace truck. Looks like they're going to get the 1 to go maybe this time by. The first of 3 heat races on the docket tonight. Martin Karch in the 33, Roger Wagner. And we're green. Sailing off to turn number 1 side by side. Looks like Martin Karch takes the lead in the 33. Ready now on the inside of 3. McFadden up there as well. Coming off of turn 4, lap 1 goes to Karch. McFadden now on the high side, trying to get that lead away from the leader, Karch. McFadden on the high side, falls back in line off the turn number 2 wall. down the back straightaway. McFadden still on the high side. Side by side for that second and third spot. Josh Latterman back there in the pack, battling with the 24 of Corey Lagoon. Great battle up front, 3 wide off of turn number 3 and 4. McFadden takes it wide and happy off of turn 2. 3 laps to go. It's still Clint McFadden working that outside, trying to get him at the line. 2 to go. McFadden on the high side, Karch on the low side. They cannot get away. Now McFadden gets a little advantage on the white flag lap. McFadden off of turn 3, down the back straightaway, off of 4. McFadden takes heat race number 1. Karch is second, Bo Ready third, Davis Givens up there in 4th. It's Bowers, Dakota Dale, Josh Latterman, and Corey Lagoon. That's how they end up in the first heat race. So McFadden shows his way from Wichita, Kansas. Good job by Clint McFadden. Excuse you for my glitch a little bit. My computer was jumping around a little bit. As soon as they go into turn 2, next thing I know, they're coming into turn 3 and 4.
We do
see race number. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just saying we do see the chat. We do have the chat going on here on Facebook, and I do see all the people. You got Jimmer, Gary, James, Sean, Tony, Chase, Bethany. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll get back to the starting line.
Starting lines like this, heat race number 2, Kelby Taylor on the pole, outsider row 1, Bryce Weldon. Row 2 will be Jeff Peterson and Peyton Phillips. Row 3, Brandon Givens. Driving that Mel Hamilton Ford car, thanks to Phil Nightingale for helping with this race tonight. Edward Lisi in the 171. Dan Powers in the 44, representing his 2010 NCRA champion, Brian Powers, representing Dad tonight. Dan Powers starts 7th. Let's go, Brody Robe and Jake Nightingale heads it up there. Keep an eye on the 3-car, Jake Nightingale. This will be an exciting heat race. Pace truck out there leading the field, heat race number 2. Beautiful Chevy Silverado official iRacing pace truck. Beautiful track here, a 3/8 mile track. This track is a beautiful facility here in Georgia. Pace truck pulls off, and we are green. Back into turn 1. Kelby Taylor, Bryce Weldon, side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. 3 wide off of 4. 3 wide for that 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. Is we got a gaggle of them into turn 3 and 4. The NCRA Modifieds all over the track here at Lanier tonight. Great racing up front. It's still Taylor. Now Givensley. Oh, we got Dan Powers sliding down the front straightaway. Gets a little mix up there. That we continue racing, but Brandon Givens showing that power out front. Brandon Givens, Kelby Taylor, Bryce Weldon, Lisi now up to 4th. Peyton Phillips, Jake Nightingale now running 6th. Nightingale on the inside, trying to make some moves late in this heat race. Givens leads the way. Bryce Weldon, Kelby Taylor, Lisi, Peyton Phillips, Nightingale. 3 laps to go this time at the line. Nightingale still on the bottom, trying to make things happen. But it's all Brandon Givens right now. Brandon Givens, Bryce Weldon, Kelby Taylor. Givens now trying to make a move. Nightingale. Nightingale down on the low side, just a bottom feeder in this heat race. Nightingale and Peyton Phillips, that's the race. All Brandon Givens up front. Checkered flag out. Coming up this time for Brandon Givens. Oh, contact between Nightingale and Phillips. Nightingale now gets into that fourth spot. Great race to the line there. And the results are Brandon Givens wins heat race number 2, Weldon second, Kelby Taylor third, Nightingale fourth, and Peyton Phillips rounds out the top 5. Here's the grid for heat race and the final heat race number 3. Ryan Stillwell will be on the pole. Tyler Fry outside of row 1. Dylan Allen and Chase Moore in row 2. Dusty Wiegert and Drew Warner, the crew chief from California, in row 3. Jacob SCHMUT is out there in row 4. We got Seacrest and Dakota Dale as well. So that's your lineup for heat race number 3. Pace truck on the track.
We having fun yet, boys?
Always, sir. Always.
Trying to get my track cameras right here. I cannot see 3 and 4.
I should have sent you a track pack. I should give you a set of track cameras. We do it again, you'll get a set of track cameras.
Yeah, I cannot see the whole track, guys. Tough. So I'm just going.
TV3.
I'm trying to get to that TV3. Yeah, and it's not going up for me.
You'll have to pick a left or a right. It is right after. Oh, I don't know. I have my other ones. I don't have the default loaded. Yeah, it's right after TV2. All right, we'll let you boys get to it. I just came up to see how it was going. Been good heat races so far.
Pace truck gets pulled off. Green flag is out, and we're racing in heat race number 3 at Lanier Speedway here in Brazelton, Georgia. Down the back straightaway, it's Stillwell in the lead. Fry second, Dylan Allen third. Chase Moore rounds out the top 4 as lap 1 is in the books. Nice battle up front with Stillwell and Dylan Allen. Stillwell and Allen going neck to neck right there. Fry and Chase Moore having to race himself. Dusty Wiegert in 5th. Drew Warner now up to 6th. Caution on the speedway. Looks like it's the number 12 of Ryan Seacrest. Drew Warner also involved in that. Pace truck will regroup the field as they get back in order. It's Ryan Stillwell leading the way. Tyler Fry second. Dylan Allen is in third in the 98. Chase Moore, Dusty Wiegert, Jacob SCHMUT, Seacrest, Drew Warner, Dakota Dale. That rounds out the field. Caution laps do count in the heat races in the B main, will not count in the feature tonight to move the program along. Drew Warner in the 35. Got caught up in that tangle a little bit. He's back out there. Pace truck pulls off. We're getting ready to head back to green. And we are green. Look at him sailing off at turn 1 and 2, 2, 3 wide off of turn number 2, down the Lanier back straightaway. Going into turn number 3 and 4, it's still Stillwell, Fry, Allen, Chase Moore, Jacob SCHMUT. Great battle up front between Stillwell, Allen, and Fry. Almost 3 wide off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Got a car sideway, a couple cars getting together off of 4. Checker flag out. And it's going to be Stillwell, Fry, Allen, SCHMUT, Chase Moore, Drew Warner, and that rounds out the field for heat race number 3. I don't have that. I got 3. That's all I got. Gotcha. Apologize. Yeah. All right, we do have one more heat race, and here's how they line up. Chris Kratzer, the Rocket Man, on the pole. Dalton McKinney on outside of row 1. Ricky Bobby Bottom in row 2. Tanner Lennox outside of row 2. Row 3 is Jason Gorton and Chevy Coleman, the little promoter putting us on tonight. Chevy Coleman, the great nephew of legendary promoter C. Ray Hall. Kenton Allen and Cody Kretschmeyer are in the next row. And then you have Mike Oakes. Mike Oakes in the 01. That takes care of the field for the 4th and final heat race. Mike, so far, good heat races tonight here at Lanier Speedway.
Yeah. Not used to the modifieds, but they're fun to watch here. Lanier always puts on great racing here on iRacing, and looks like the track's really working in, and should be a great rest of the evening here as we go to the B main and then the A main.
Pace truck should pull off this time.
Green flag.
And we're green. Great start by Kratzer. Gets out in front. McKinney and Ricky Bobby Bottom running 2nd and 3rd. Chevy Coleman right in the middle of things right there. 3 wide off of 3 and 4. Kratzer still your leader. Chevy Coleman now in that top 5. Keep an eye on the 41. McKinney, Ricky Bobby Bottom is in 3rd. Tanner Lennox, Coleman, Gorton, and Kretschmeyer. 3 wide for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot. Coleman trying to figure out where he can fit that car in and make it 4 wide. But it's all Chris Kratzer, the owner of Wichita Tire and Alignment, right here in Wichita. We got a little spin there in turn 4. Will that bring a caution out, or we stay green? Still green. It's all Chris Kratzer. 4 laps to go. We've got a great battle for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot. Tanner Lennox in that 14. Trying to reel in Ricky Bottom. Oh, we got a little squeeze factor going off at turn number 4. Chris Kratzer, Dalton McKinney, Tanner Lennox, Ricky Bottom, Chevy Coleman. That rounds out your top 5. Boy, they're bound that right rear Hoosier right off of the wall as they're getting up. The cushion's moving up as we get higher and higher on the track tonight in heat race number 4. Rim riding, white flag this time. 1 lap to go for Kratzer. Kratzer out by 1.5 seconds in this heat race. Checker flag goes to Kratzer. Dalton McKinney 2nd. Tanner Lennox 3rd. Ricky Bottom 4th. And Chevy Coleman rounds out your top 5. And that concludes heat race number 4 of the NCRA shootout at Lanier Speedway in Brazelton, Georgia. Top 8 will qualify for the B main. Top 8 will qualify for the B main. It's 30 laps tonight, I believe. Mike, am I right on that? The A main, I mean, it's 50 laps. I'm gonna need another Captain Morgan diet for that A main. All right,
You and
here we
me
go.
both.
Here we go. The B main lines up like this. Kirby Rowe will be on the pole. Outside of row 1 will be Jake Nightingale in the Mel Hamilton Ford 3 car. Row 2 will be Jacob Schmutz and Ricky Bottom. Row 3, Davis Gibbons and Peyton Phillips. Row 4, Chase Moore and Chevy Coleman. Row 5, Steve Bowers and Brody Robe. Row 6, Drew Warner and Jason Gorton. Row 7, Dakota Dale and Dan Powers. Row 8, Dustin Wiegert and Cody Kretschmeyer. Row 9, Josh Latterman and Ed Lisi. Row 10, Ryan Seacrest and Mike Oakes. And row 11, Corey LeGrune and Jeff Peterson. Row 12 will be Kenton Allen and Roger Wagner. You got also Kenton Allen and Roger Wagner in there. 25 cars, 15 racing laps. Wow, this will be a grind. As the cars are getting in formation. Beautiful night here at Lanier Speedway. Top 8. Move on. And we're green. As they sail off into turn number 1, Kirby Robe leads the way. Nightingale right there as well. Schmutz is third. Ricky Bottom is fourth. Got a little mix-up right there off of turn 4. Kirby Robe, Ricky Bottom, Schmutz, Givens, Nightingale drops down to 5th. Caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway. Now, caution laps will count in B mains. Am I right, Mike? They will not. Okay, I apologize. Corey LeGrune's the one that spun into turn number 1, the 24 car. Looped it in turn 1. He's our starter back up. We'll join the tail of the field. Got the Rowe brothers in this tonight, doing a good job. Kirby and Brody. Top 8 move on to the A main. Top 8. Right now it's Kirby Rowe, Ricky Bonham, Jacob Schmutz, Davis Givens, Nightingale rounds out your top 5. And then the transfer spot would be that 8th spot. 6 is Peyton Phillips, Steve Bauer 7th, and Brody Robe in the final transfer spot. So you got some heavy hitters down there through the field that need to get in. Caution light gets turned out. As they start to bunch up, 10 racing laps to go, and we're green. Kirby Robe sails it off into turn number 1. Another caution on the speedway. Got a car almost upside down against the wall. Nightingale, looks like it could be Nightingale. Go get the reset. We'll see if Nightingale can get back up through the field there with 10 racing laps to go. Kirby Robe still your leader. Ricky Bottom second. Davis Givens third. Brody Robe now in 5th. Dakota Dale in that transfer spot. He is in 8th. Top 8 move on for the 50-lap main event tonight here at Lanier Speedway. Caution light gets turned out. 6 racing laps to go. Caution light comes back on. Still has some cleanup to do in turn number 4. Five laps to go. Caution light gets turned out, so they should get the 1 to go this time by. Just heard from race control that they're going to give them 1 more lap to get grouped up here because they had the tail of the field half a lap behind. Beautiful facility here in Brazelton, Georgia. Now we're ready to go. 4 racing laps to go. Pace truck pulls off.
Green, green, green.
And we're green. Kirby Robe once again sets sail as Ricky Baum, Givens, and Schmutz and Brody Robe take chase. Remember, top 8 caution back on the speedway again. Jason Gorton comes to a stop. Ryan Seacrest also comes to a stop on the racetrack. Remember, laps count in B main, so we could end under caution. And if that's the case, Drew Warner will be the first car outside the top 8, along with Chevy Coleman. Maybe we can get a provisional tonight for these two. Drew Warner came all the way from California, and Chevy Coleman was the co-promoter of this event tonight. Maybe we can do a little lobbying and see if we can get the NCRA to allow 2 provisionals tonight.
Yeah, that's going to do it. We're done with this one.
And that's the end of the B main. Checkers out. Kirby Robe wins the B main. Ricky Bonham 2nd. Davis Givens 3rd. Schmutz 4th. Brody Robe 5th. Chase Moore 6th. Peyton Phillips 7th. Dakota Dale 8th. Drew Warner 9th. Chevy Coleman 10th. Dusty Wigert 11th. All right. Are they still? First, no, they can't hear me right now, right? All right, now we're going to talk live with the 41 car of Chevy Coleman, who just missed the transfer spot tonight. Chevy, tell us about your night and your experience.
Well, I'd first like to apologize to everybody that came here, and I put him into one big B main, which was not, it was all my choice. It was all my fault. I take full responsibility for putting everybody in one huge B main, and we got about a quarter of a lap in. So take full responsibility of that. Next time we do this, we will definitely split it up and do a little more alphabet soup type deal. Anyways, I was terrible. But I just got to turn more laps, and we'll be good.
Tell us about the competition here tonight. You've seen a lot of guys that are really getting after it tonight and still trying to adjust to this iRacing experience like everybody else. How close is it to the real thing?
I don't know. I saw on Twitter not that long ago, somebody said it's just kind of like another division of racing. It's realistic, but you can't compare it to anything else. Obviously, I just race mini stocks, but I feel like it's pretty realistic, though. But you'll see guys that are really good on the sim and horrible in real life, and guys that are horrible or good in real life and are horrible in the sim. So,
how was it racing with your cousins tonight, Drew Warner, Josh Latterman, and Dan Powers?
That was fun. I wish we could have done it a little longer, but but I do take full responsibility for putting everybody in one big B main. If we do this again, which it sounds like it'd be pretty fun now that everybody knows how to do it. I'm all down for it.
Well, we appreciate your time tonight. Thanks for helping put this together, and we'll talk to you down the road, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, lineup goes like this. Feature event. Here's the grid. Row 1 will be Clint McFadden and Brandon Givens. Row 2, Ryan Stillwell and Chris Kratzer. Row 3, Martin Karch and Bryce Weldon. Row 4 will be Tyler Fry and Dalton McKinney. Row 5, Bo Reddy and Kelby Taylor. Row 6, Dylan Allen and Tanner Lennox. Row 7, Kirby Robe and Ricky Bonham. Row 8, Davis Givens and Jacob Schmutz. Row 9, Brody Robe and Chase Moore. And Row 10, Hayden Phillips and Dakota Dale, the last two to transfer in to tonight's main event. No 4 wide?
Green, green, green.
Okay. And we're green. They sail off the turn 1 and 2. McFadden picks up right where he left off. Clint McFadden leads lap number 1. It's Brandon Givens in second in that Bill Hamilton car. Givens now drops back to third. Stillwell now making a charge. Kratzer running the STILES with the all Clint McFadden 50 racing laps here tonight, the A-Main Lanier Speedway. 3 wide all the way through the field. 4 wide off of turn 2. McFadden extends his lead just a little bit. The fastest car on the track ran that lap at 14.896 seconds. It's McFadden, Stillwell, Brandon Givens, and Martin Karch. Kratzer rounds out the top 5. Dylan Allen in 6th. Cars now really trying to attack that bottom side, thinking that's the fastest way around. McFadden now takes over a big lead. McFadden now runs another quick time at 14.789. Brandon Givens trying to track down Clint McFadden. Karch still in 3rd. Stillwell. Dylan Allen now at the 5th. Kratzer drops all the way back to 6th. Kratzer trying to search high and low to find that line to get him back up to the front. Oh, little bobbing and weaving going up there, and that right in front of Kratzer. About 2 cars about got together. Kratzer now drops back to 7th. Clint McFadden doing a very good job up front. Kirby Robe, a car on the move. Robe now up to 6th. Ryan Stillwell in that 32. Really putting the pressure. 3 wide. Stillwell right in the middle of that sandwich. It's still Clinton McFadden, Brandon Givens, Stillwell now up to 3rd. McFadden started on the pole. The biggest mover so far would probably be Kirby Robe. Robe started 13th, now running 6th. Derby Robe on the move in the 1 car. It's McFadden, Brandon Givens, Karch, Weldon, Stillwell, Robe, and Kratzer. Now the cars are starting to get away from the top side, starting to attack in the lower side of Lanier Speedway, riding the inner side of that wall.
Yellow flag is out.
Caution on the speedway. Tyler Fry looped it in the 55. Probably a little break for Martin Karch. Karch climbed the wall, continued on. Thought maybe he was going to damage that car a little bit, but was able to keep that 3rd place spot running right now. Good job by Martin Karch. The running order is like this: McFadden, Givens in 2nd, Martin Karch 3rd, Bryce Weldon 4th, Ryan Stillwell in 5th. Stillwell started 3rd. Biggest mover, I said earlier, Kirby Robe started 13th, now running 6th. As the cars gather back up, we will go back to green. Double file restart, NCRA rules. See if McFadden can get the jump. 37 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're green. Clint McFadden, Brandon Givens. Givens trying to track him down. Brandon Givens in that 2 car, trying to track down the leader, Clint McFadden. Givens right in the middle of the track, almost gets to the tail of McFadden, trying to push McFadden even harder now. See if McFadden can make a mistake.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution on the speedway. Kirby Taylor comes to a stop in turn number 1. Correction, Kelby Taylor, I apologize. In the 192. So Brandon Givens, see if he can get a better start this time and outfox Clint McFadden, who's dominated the first third of this feature event, 50 racing laps. Martin Karch still hanging tough as well. Martin Karch started 5th, now running 3rd. Kirby Robe started 13th, now up to 5th. Kratzer back up to 6th. Dylan Allen, he's running 8th. Kelby Taylor was the one that came to a stop. Caution light gets turned out. McFadden, Givens. 34 racing laps to go.
Green, green, green.
And we're green. McFadden on the low side. Givens on the high side. Givens gets a great start, 3 wide for the lead. McFadden tries a slide job, can't make it work. Givens, you're the leader. 3 wide for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot. As Givens starts to pull away ever so slightly. It's Givens, McFadden, Karch, Weldon, Robe. Weldon now up to 3rd. Clint McFadden, was he a little too hard on those Hoosier tires early on? Caution on the speedway. Looks like Bo Reddy in the 3 car came to a stop. Great job by Brandon Givens to outfox McFadden on that start. Got a great run on the high side. Kind of forced McFadden down a little lower than when he wanted to. Spun his tires off of 2, and Brandon Givens got a great launch off of 2 and took the lead over from Clint McFadden. Mike, great racing through the field here tonight in the feature.
It is a lot of 2, 3, 4 wide racing. You saw the leader McFadden at the beginning pull away, but caution laps closed him back up, and now we're getting a great race at the front of the field.
Clint McFadden did a great job with the USMTS earlier this year in an I race, finished in the top 5 and did a good job. This racing facility is a pretty neat racing facility. It was a paved oval track for at one time. It was built in 1982. And then they threw some dirt on top of it. NASCAR All-American Series ran there for a long time. And we're back to green. This time, Givens forces him up the high side. McFadden now in a dog battle. Dog fight for that second. Caution back on the speedway. Hayden Phillips loops it right here on the front straightaway. We'll get an official count of how many laps are left in the 50-lap main event tonight. 30 racing laps to go, 20 laps in the books. See if we can get some green flag laps in here, boys. Great crowd on hand tonight. Great viewing audience on hand tonight as well. On Facebook. Like and share it if you will. 250 people live from all over the United States watching this great race tonight at Lanier Speedway in Brazelton, Georgia. Single file restart this time. See if we can get them going here and get a few racing laps in. That'll ease the tension for Brandon Givens. McFadden right in the tire tracks. Running in second in that 0-2 car. In third, Bryce Weldon. Karch in fourth. Robe out. Started 13th, now in the top 5.
Green flag, green flag.
NCRA, A-Main, back in action right here at Lanier Speedway. 20 laps in the books, 30 racing laps to go, and it's Givens, McFadden, and Weldon, top 3. Side-by-side for that 3rd and 4th spot as McFadden takes the peek inside of Givens. Givens shuts the door in, going into 1. Here comes Weldon trying to make a slide job on McFadden. That doesn't work. Oh, off the wall. Dylan Allen gets in the wall a little bit. All Brandon Givens. McFadden still in the tire tracks, trying to reel him in. McFadden now looks on the inside. Can't make it happen. Givens slams the door into turn number 1. Weldon, sparks flying off that right spoiler as he gets in the wall. Still hangs on to 3rd as they're pushing the cushion almost to the wall. Givens, McFadden, Weldon, Karch, Robe, Allen. That's your top 6. Bottom now up at 7th. Kratzer, who started 4th, now running 8th. Brody Robe just gets in the top 10. Robe started 17th. Brody Robe now trying to catch up his brother, who's running 6th. Halfway home, 25 in, 25 racing laps to go, and it's still Givens, McFadden, and Weldon. Bunch of rim riders, single file now. Top 5, all in each other's tire tracks. Now McFadden tries to get him on the outside. We have a new leader. McFadden back in the lead over Brandon Givens. Givens slide job. Back in the 3 and 4. It's side by side at the line. Great racing up front tonight between McFadden and Givens. Slide job after slide job. It's the 2 versus the 0-2. 2 boys from Wichita duking it out here in Georgia. Neither one of them will give each other an inch. In the meantime, Weldon and Karch having their own battle for 3rd and 4th. 3 wide for the lead. Brandon Givens, Weldon, McFadden now back to third. Now McFadden gets back by Weldon again. But Weldon says, no, I'm back in second. Brandon Givens, Weldon, McFadden, Karch, and Bottom round out the top 5. Ricky Bottom on the move. Brandon Givens, does he have enough left to get to the end? Weldon, McFadden, Karch, and Bottom, that's your top 5. As we get some green flag action in the A-Main 50 racing laps to decide the winner here at Lanier Speedway of the NCRA Modified Division. McFadden gets a little loose off of 4, loses a little ground to Brandon Givens. Oh, we got a loop in 3 and 4, but it looks like we stay green. Caution out on the speedway. Caution. Car stalled in 3 and 4, brings out another Automasters Service Center caution here tonight from Lanier Speedway. Brandon Givens and McFadden. I'll tell you what, Mike, even if this was, I know this is iRacing, but it's still exciting to watch slide job after slide job, guys getting after it because you know the palms are sweaty and they're feeling the pressure sitting in their basement or wherever they're racing at tonight.
Absolutely. See a lot of slide jobs, a lot of 2, 3, 4 wide racing. We normally do sprint cars here on the Dirt Racing Network, and Lanier always puts on a great show, and it lives up to the billing here with the modifieds as well. It's been a great show so far. We still got about 15 laps to go.
There you go. Mike just gave us a lap count. That was my next question. 15 racing laps ago. Now we're going back to double file restart. Who will have the advantage here? Givens takes the low side. The leader gets his choice. He takes the low side. McFadden on the outside. And here we are, back to green. 15 to go. Side by side, Givens gets a little bit of advantage, but here comes McFadden, peak on the inside. 3 wide for the lead at the line. McFadden gets caught up in that mess. Givens says, thank you. Brandon Givens, Kirby Rowe. Oh, we got another caution. Kirby Rowe from 13th to 2nd. Dalton McKinney comes to arrest. Got a few cars tangled up on the front straightaway. We'll have to get the crew out there. Here comes Russell with one of the wreckers right now, putting his way out there to untangle him. Tom's in the concession stand eating a sandwich, so he's nowhere to be found. Nothing changes there. Caution lights out. I guess it's not. We still got to get gathered up here. Double file restart, I assume. Brandon Givens, your leader. Kirby Rowe, 2nd. Martin Karch, 3rd. Kratzer back up to 4th. That's where he started. We are going single file. 13 laps to go, Mike? 13 laps to go. Single file restart. McFadden, Mike, went from 2nd to 6th. Started on the pole, and one lap when that melee happened, he got 3, 4 wide. He got bottled up there. He went back to 6th. We're back to green with 13 to go. Brandon Givens, Kirby Rowe, Martin Karch. Karch sails it off on the high side, tries to get that run, but looky here, Brandon Givens and Kirby Rowe, you got company now. Right in the tire tracks of Brandon Givens is now Martin Karch. Karch sails it off on the high side. Rowe down low, trying to get that run off the bottom. Brandon Givens, Martin Karch, Rowe now back to 3rd, but you can't get away from each other. 4 cars for the lead. 4 wide off of turn 2. It's the gaggle, throw a blanket over them. There's your top 6 racing for an NCRA win at Lanier Speedway. It's Robe, Kratzer, and Gibbons. Inside 10 racing laps to go. Kirby Robe, Brandon Gibbons, Kratzer, Cart, and McFadden's back up to 5th. Don't count out McFadden. Oh, we get looped into 1. Caution on the speedway. Kirby Robe gets turned into turn number 1, and he will not be happy about that. Unfortunate circumstances for Kirby Robe, who came from 13th to take over the race lead inside 10 laps to go. Hell of a run by Kirby Robe. Now drops all the way down to 16th. Tough break for Kirby Robe. How many laps do we have left, Mike? 8 laps to go. Pride on the line. Boy, these guys made a long haul from Wichita and Oklahoma and Salina, Kansas, down to Brazelton, Georgia to race at Lanier Speedway tonight. Beautiful facility. Thanks for everybody paying attention and watching tonight on Facebook and iRacing. Single file, green flag, we're out. 8 to go. Gibbons, your leader. Cart second. McFadden back up to 3rd. BRODY Robe now in 4th. BRODY Robe started 17th, now running 4th. Keep an eye on the 33 of Martin Karch. Karch, the only one on the high side. He's ever so slightly the fastest car on the track, getting that momentum as it vaults him off of 2 and it vaults him off of 4. Brandon Gibbons trying to hang on in that Mel Hamilton Ford 02. Karch, McFadden, Robe, Kelby Taylor rounds out the top 5.
The yellow flag is out.
We got a caution on the speedway. And Karch had just taken the lead at the line when the caution came out. Lennox and Schmultz and Stillwell all get together. Here's some big movers so far. BRODY Robe started 17th, now running 4th. Kelby Taylor started 10th, now running 5th. Tanner Lennox was running 12th, or started 12th, was running 7th. Dakota Dale started last and is running 11th, just outside the top 10. Ricky Bottom is running 10th. So you got Karch, Gibbons, McFadden, Robe. That's your top 4. Five racing laps to go. 45 in, 5 to go. Karch, Gibbons, McFadden, Robe, single file restart.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're green. Great start by Martin Karch. Karch still getting it done on the high side by side for that second and third spot between Gibbons and McFadden. They're battling out now. McFadden starting to creep ever so close to the front of the field there. McFadden 3 wide, almost for the lead off of 4. McFadden tries a slide job, can't make it happen. Still running second, trying to run down Karch. Martin Karch, liking the high side, not going to give that momentum off of 4. Caution on the speedway with 2 to go. Tyler Fry. Davis Givens involved in that wreck. Two racing laps to go. Now, is that running order right, Mike? I have Kratzer now the leader? That can't be right, isn't it? Okay. Martin Karch, McFadden, Brody Robe, and Brandon Givens. That rounds out your top 5. Two racing laps to go here tonight.
Green, green, green.
And we're green. One lap to go. White flag in the air. Karch, McFadden, and Givens. Oh, slide! Job is side by side at the line. It's McFadden. Wow, what a race! One left. Oh, they get all sideways and together. What happens at the end? Oh, McFadden gets looped. It's Karch, Kelby Taylor, and Ricky Bottom. What a melee at the end of the race. Great effort by Clint McFadden, and just can't get a stick, and then he gets turned in 3 and 4 on the white flag lap. Martin. Sure. Kratzer car is a mess at the bottom of turn 3 and 4. Well, great racing here tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the racing. And sorry for my bobbles from time to time. My first time ever announcing an iRacing event, but had a blast. As we can talk to the top 3. All right. Finished 3rd tonight. He started 14th. Ricky Bobby Bottom out of Hudson. Ricky, great run tonight, bud.
Thank you very much.
Tell me about, it takes a lot of patience to run these things, doesn't it?
Yeah, it took a lot of patience. I got up to 5th running the top, and then some incident happened with some of the leaders that spun a lap car, and I spun to avoid him, had to go to the back, and got lucky with someone driving over somebody in turn 4 and managed to finish 3rd.
Well, congratulations to you. Are you getting the hang of this thing, or are you ready to go back real racing?
I'd much rather be in a real car, but this is a close second.
All right, congratulations, buddy. Good talking to you.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to switch over to, I believe, Kelby Taylor. Kelby Taylor started 10th and finished 2nd. Kelby, tell me about the run.
Well, you know, we got a...
I guess it helps if I hit the right button. Alrighty.
Real car.
Yeah, for sure. I about a month and a half ago, I started on this, and it's pretty similar in some aspects, so I think it should be able to help for sure.
Where do you normally run, Kelby?
Missouri, Springfield area.
Okay, well, appreciate you joining the NCRA Racing Series tonight, and hope to see you back again. Congratulations on your podium finish. Started 10th, ran 2nd.
Thank you.
All right, now the winner of the event, Martin Karch. Martin, the winner of tonight's NCRA event at Lanier Speedway. Man, I'll tell you what, that high side for you was really working well. Martin, are you there?
Yeah.
Martin, I said, this is Scott Stiles, the announcer for tonight. The high side for you in this race was really working well. Those guys were bottom feeders, and you just kind of snuck around them on the high side.
Yeah, we've seen everybody else was running down on the bottom, and about the only place that we had a shot to even try was the high side, and it paid off for us tonight.
Tell me about the 50 laps. How grueling is it, even in iRacing? How grueling it is, and how much does it take out of you?
Pretty worn out right now. They're 50.
Where do you normally run at, Martin?
Normally I'm actually down in the pits helping either Ross Shipman, TJ Tollin, or Rod when he races.
Well, congratulations on your big win tonight, and go celebrate. All right. Well, that wraps it up here. Mike, any last and parting words from you?
Well, I appreciate everybody with the NCRA and everybody coming to race here on the Dirt Racing Network. Thank you, Scott, for doing a great job. You make me look really bad, actually, when I do this. So, but it was awesome to be here engineering and listening to you. You do a great job. And
thanks to Big Roger, too, right? Thanks to Roger for
yes, and CHEVY.
Chevy, yes.
And my brother Jeff for race controlling everything down there. So everybody, there's a lot of people that put this on. It's been in the works for a couple weeks, and appreciate Chevy for organizing it with Roger, and then for getting you all squared away to come in here and join me in the booth. And you do a great job.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Hopefully we can get together and do this again sometime.
That would be awesome. Couple updates here, reminders for here on the Dirt Racing Network. Wednesday night, Roger will have the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. And then I will be on the call on Thursday for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaws Series race. And then 2 shows on Friday, the iRacing Fast Series and the Williams Grove Series that Roger does on Friday night. So full week of racing here still on the Dirt Racing Network, but a great show here with the NCRA Modifieds. And we'll look for, hopefully we can do it again with these guys. And so any final thoughts, Scott, before we sign off and get it done for the evening?
Well, I know there's a lot of people watching, a lot of NCRA supporters watching. We just thank all those people over the years that have really supported the NCRA and all the divisions we run. And I know on behalf of C. Ray Hall and all the people that started the NCRA, we want to thank all the participants. And hopefully we'll be back to racing soon. And I just hope everybody stays safe out there, and hope to see you at the racetrack soon.
All right. So on behalf of Chevy Coleman, everybody in the NCRA, Roger Wagner, Jeff Peterson, my name's Mike Peterson, and for Scott Stiles, appreciate you tuning in here tonight, and we will talk to you again Wednesday night. Good night.